The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Presidential candidate Vice President Leni Robredo meets with mayors and fisherfolk in Romblon, along with her running mate Senator Kiko Pangilinan. Ryan Ang has the details.
After their two-day campaign in the Caraga region, the Robredo-Pangilinan tandem is now in Romblon to voters here. Presidential aspirant Vice President Leni Robredo started the day by meeting the mayor of Adjongan and Alcantara. They visited Tugdan Elementary School in Alcantara, where the OVP and Angat Buhay partners put up a community learning center in November 2020. They had a meet and greet with school principals, volunteer teachers, and beneficiaries of the project. Parents of the beneficiaries expressed their thanks for the project as it helped their children learn during the pandemic. After this, the tandem went to Looc for a dialogue with the Romblon Fisherfolks Association to talk about the problems they are facing and how the tandem could help them solve these problems if elected. The tandem will also visit the San Lorenzo Ruiz Seminary to greet their supporters, including religious groups. The tandem will cap the day with a people's rally at the Adjongan Plaza, where they are expected to meet more than 3,000 supporters. For News 5, Ryan Ang, We Are One News.
Aika Robredo, the eldest daughter of presidential candidate and Vice President Leni Robredo, expressed gratitude for artists and celebrities for supporting her mother's campaign. Speaking on 1PH's Sa Totoo Lang, Aika said she's always thrilled whenever artists that she and her sisters admire pledge support for the vice president. Aika believes that more personalities will become certified kakampinks as the election draws near. And Aika also expressed excitement over actor Daniel Padilla recently revealing through photos that he's also a supporter of Vice President Leni Robredo.
Ako po yung nakita yung picture, sinend ko kaagad kay Jillian. Kasi si Jillian sobrang fan na fan ni Daniel Padilla. Pero yung una ko pong naisip yung kapatid ko kasi sigurado akong matutuwa yun.
Vice Presidential candidate Sara Duterte is visiting Quezon City today to meet with some residents and various sectoral groups. First on our agenda is a meet and greet with drivers at the Batoda Terminal in Commonwealth this morning. Mayor Duterte is also scheduled to meet with some residents from Payatas and Commonwealth, as well as some members of the LGBTQ+ community in Quezon City. She's also expected to attend a meeting with some barangay officials later today. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Presidential aspirant Leody de Guzman says he is for divorce in the decriminalization of abortion. Speaking at today's Pandesal Forum, de Guzman maintained that women should be able to decide about their own bodies. And he added that women should not be discriminated against, nor should they be seen as weaker than men. Also joining him on the forum are senatorial candidate David D'Angelo, Gabriela Party List Arlene Brosas, and former Senator Nicky Cosseteng. Senatorial candidate and former presidential spokesperson Sal Panelo finds no problem as regards the rules to access SAL-Ns of public officials. On One News's The Chiefs, Panelo stressed that it is a crime for public officials not to submit their statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth or SAL-Ns. However, Panelo says Filipinos who want to access these SAL-Ns should comply with government rules, which have been criticized by some groups for being too restrictive. Those SAL-Ns are mandated by law to be publicly available. Panelo says those who wish to access these files must first justify before the Ombudsman their purpose and intention. Panelo also clarified, though, that he would disclose his own SAL-N should he become senator.
Basta alam nyo, ang feeling ko niyan, bakit mo kailangan ang isang SAL-N?
Because
Para po masilip namin.
the law grants us that the law grants us that access.
Kaya no, kaya
6713.
kung isang individual, why do you need to know a SAL-N of a particular person? Dahil may duda ka, di ba? Duda mo siguro na baka yumaman niya. Hindi po ba?
And also,
Yeah,
and also because our jurisprudence, I'm not a lawyer, but from what I understand, from what lawyers have told us, unexplained wealth, you have to presume is ill-gotten wealth.
Aba, kung may unexplained wealth at sa tingin mo meron kang cost to file a case, pwede naman yan. Diyan lalabas yung SALN. Diyan mapupurbahan kung talagang nagnakaw ka nga o hindi. Sa akin po hindi problema yan. Ang importante sa akin, requirement yan na mag-submit ka.
Time now for a quick look at some of today's headlines. After a series of price hikes, Petrogas is implementing a fuel price rollback for a limited time starting today. The newly appointed COMELEC commissioners officially started work on Wednesday as the poll body conducts its unbanked session to discuss the COMELEC's fact-checking deal with Rappler. And Blackwater finally ends its historic 29-game losing streak following a surprise win against Magnolia in the PBA Governor's Cup. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.